It's Weekly Draws with Plio! What up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I managed to get 999 tickets and I cannot get any more tickets. The system doesn't allow it, so all of them are going into the inbox and I am risking losing them. Because of that, we're going to do today around 500 pulls so that we can clear a bit of the backlog, and hopefully this will help me to understand like what should I be pulling next in my paid wish list once I go for the crossover banner. Right, so speaking of which, I wanted to discuss a bit the crossover banner with you all now that we have time. I know I was saying, oh, must pull, must pull, must pull, but wait, like we need to think about what I was saying, right? And we need to think about this banner. Crossover banners are limited, so they will go away. Yeah, that's fine. But we also need to let things go. So like, when would it be a good time to pull? If you are a Cloud or Zack main, and if you have the blue crystals or the money available, then it's a good consideration to pull because it's a good investment for your account. But you know, we always need to be mindful of other things that are coming. For example, Tifa and Aerith plus Kiteseed. I know Kiteseed is not the main unit for anyone, or mostly not many of you are using Kiteseed as a main. But Tifa and Aerith are super powerful units, and I think we need to keep a look into the second banner before making any crazy decision. We have until the 3rd of July, if I remember correctly, so we have plenty of time. At the same time, I understand the rush and the eagerness and of pulling is so cool. It's just like such a cool dopamine rush effect. Fever! Yeah, that makes sense. But I think it's good to hold our horses, especially as free-to-play players, because it might as well be that Aerith will bring Healing Mastery or Healing Arcanum, and it will be terrible not to have any single coin to put for like a healing outfit, because like a proper healing outfit, not like boost heal, that's like good to have, but like proper boost healing mastery, we haven't seen that in the game, and I don't doubt it could be possible that we see that for the first time in the crossover, you know. So I will be mindful of that. Then another thing I was thinking lately is about our investment, right? So where should we be investing? And I'm gonna make myself a bit smaller so that you can see properly all the weapons. Exactly. Really good motor drive, by the way. These ones I have them already, so I'm not being extremely excited about. I'm looking for the new Tifa gloves, so that we, so that oh, look at this. Is it here? Ooh, so close. Yeah, or this one, Electro Cannon, and I don't even have any single copy. This was a 4-star. So yeah, I didn't pull in this banner. Barret is not my main. I understand Barret has like a fantastic outfit, but it's not my main. Anyhow, another thing I wanted to discuss is our investment in the game as free to play and whales, alright? So I want to double down on our strategy. What is our strategy? What are we aiming for? For example, personally, I pull in Cloud because Cloud is my main, so it was a no-brainer for me to pull in Cloud. He's one of my mains. Cloud, Tifa, Sephiroth, then Aerith potentially, then maybe Zack, like Aerith and Zack maybe, and then Matt because he's the healer. But those comes after in my head, and you can build them with the second, like with sub weapons, like on secondaries. In a way, you can have them. But we know that the crossover is gonna have 3 banners, and well, as far as I know, please correct me if I'm wrong. And with these 3 banners, like it could be plenty of opportunities to pull in really good weapons. So like, let's think about our strategy here. Think about what are your units, what are your must-haves, what are the units that you want to build. And then after that, let's remember that it's only in 3 months when we will see the anniversary. So I will encourage every free-to-play player to have at the very least, 80k blue crystals save for the anniversary. I know you will get more blue crystals with time. But personally, if I was a free-to-play player, I would like to have at least 80k save for things like anniversaries and half anniversaries, because we have seen that those weapons are extremely powerful, and it will be a pity that you don't have anything to pull on like 2 outfits and try to go a bit deeper into those limited limit break weapon banners. So yeah, that's my personal recommendation. But at the end of the day, you do what you believe is right. Have fun. Your opinion is as valid as mine, and it will always be, because here it's just a game, and we are here about having fun, and we are here about enjoying life as a whole. So like, like don't take what I say as gospel. It's just my thought as a whale and as a player that loves Final Fantasy. So me personally, I'm gonna go for the banners. But I might skip some of the crossover banners if I see that they are not really adding as much value. So let me explain why I don't think I'm gonna go so hard. Murasame Samurai Office. Sorry. Faber. Why I'm not going to go so hard on Zack, right? Well, Zack is now the Thunder God, and with Overboost 6, it's gonna do way more damage than Murasame. Yes, fantastic. Great. And the outfit is also amazing. Fantastic. Yeah, but it works only in the Thunder category space, right? Once you go outside that, then depending on the boss that you're fighting, depending on if they have elemental weaknesses or not, and so on and so forth, then, like, you are against the odds. With Cloud, though, I think it's a safer investment, because that weapon can help in any kind of situation, like non-elemental damage, like helps all the time. For example, Bahamut is one of those cases. Of course, then, if you want to kill Leviathan, for example, then you need thunder weapons. So there's no win-win situation. There is not like a weapon that does 2000% of damage. And even if there, oh my god, what a pull! Even if there was a weapon like that does like 2000%, lately we are seeing enemies that they have this kind of like shields where you need to hit them with the element that they are weak of. And if you don't hit them with that element, then that's it. Then there is no way to remove the barrier. So at the end of the day, we need to have a bit of everything. But me personally, I have enough with the Thunder Cloud. I don't have Thunder Barret. Oh, what a fantastic pull! Another 3, man. Oh, is this the Electro Cannon? Sheesh! Very good, man. Jesus. Nice. So excited, finally. My first copy. And dinner tray as well. Diner tray. Apology in Hell, also really good. Really nice. Yeah, so what I was saying is that with my Thunder Cloud, and knowing that he can buff his own attack, for me I think that's going to be enough for my account, because then I can work around that. I can bring Red 13 to reduce thunder damage, and I can bring a healer. And for me, that's going to work, I think. Of course, like, then you need to look at your strategy and your team composition and team dynamics and see who can help each other. It's not only about building one unit, it's also like about building units around that unit so that you get the most out of your account, and doing some math. And at the end of the day, like, it's not only that, but also like, what are the units that you really like to play with? Like, if you feel happier playing with Tifa or Lucia, I would totally understand that. even if, sometimes they are not the most useful unit, perhaps. I don't know. Although, Tifa is a top tier unit, by the way. Lucia could be a top tier unit. I can't wait to see the summer outfits. And this is like another topic that I wanted to bring to your attention. Like, we have seen kind of like the highlights of what we are going to see in the next months. And Vincent is coming. But at the same time, I think Vincent is going to have a really, really hard time to shine. And I think Vincent is going to have, as you know, like any single new unit is going to have a hard time, because in this game it's almost impossible, unless you have 2 or 3,000 USD to invest on that unit on day one, it's almost impossible that they will be able to catch up with the OG units, simply because the OG units have so many outfits and weapons and things like that. Because of that, I think like the game needs to adapt and change a bit of the strategy when it comes to releasing outfit and when it comes to releasing new units. Let's think about Yuffie, for example. Let's say that you are a Yuffie main because you really like her personality and her role, etc. So Yuffie have seen only 3 banners, if I remember correctly, maybe 2 banners, 2 or 3, right? That is not really enough to build her and call her your main, especially like when she's missing like good weapons that do a lot of physical non-elemental damage or magical non-elemental damage for what it's worth. It's the same with Kiteseed. Kiteseed came, he has the crit chance weapon, so he's like a meme that can actually really work in some scenarios, but he has only have 1 banner, and now he's gonna have a second one with the crossover. I really like that. But when Vincent comes, how many banners are we going to see from Vincent? We don't know. I really think he will need to see a banner in the anniversary so that he becomes a unit that people want to invest, not only because of fandom, but actually because it's really, really useful. Like, I think that's the key differentiator in this game. And I think that's why perhaps it will be good to see more banners and then banners being cheaper so that people can have more options, perhaps, or maybe more banners, maybe at the same price, but just more banners so that people can have more options. Because right now I think we're a bit limited on options. Like Cloud is always the another pinwheel. Nice. Cloud is always like the loved one, right? Cloud is always going to get some banners that are broken or that are really useful. Sephiroth as well. Tifa and Zack probably. Iris then after that. Also lately, like being honest, we have seen a lot of good weapons for Red Team. It's just sad. He's actually becoming one of the best support units. And when you think about support units, they are actually more helpful in the long run, because a DPS can always get outperformed by another DPS. But a support unit, you always need them. You always need someone to do something weakness high, right? Like thunder, elemental, weakness, resistance high, so that debuff, so that the other units can actually hit really hard. On DPS, for example, the reason why I'm not building Zack, going back to that point, is because, yes, right now we are seeing a new Thunder God, and Zack is meta. Yes, of course he is. And he's fantastic. He is fantastic if you have the money and the investment. But then in the future, like in 6 or 7 months, we will see a different Thunder unit that is even better. Like it's a power up. It's a Cyan 1, so Cyan 2. So that's why, for me, Cloud Weapon I really like, because it's a utility weapon. And with utility weapons, you only need Overboost 6 so that they get the max power, well, almost the max power. Then when you go to Overboost 10, of course, you have like even more time for those effects to last longer. Yes, but Overboost 6 is already there. So with the new weapon, Overboost 6 in Cloud, you always have physical attack up, physical defense down mid, physical attack up high, and then defense down mid. And then that is really useful because it will give a longer life to the other weapon. So let's say that you're playing with Murasame, right? It's not like physical attack up 3 times high with 3 stacks. It's not the same as hitting 1.2. 1.2, as far as I know, please correct me if I'm wrong. 1.2, I think it will hit harder, even though you have the 3 stacks, but it gives another life to Murasame, for example. And when it comes to, let's say, one of the hardest hitting weapons in the game, which is like Zidane's sword, it really gives another life to that weapon, because that physical attack up high, can really help you being a top DPS. So yeah, so those are my thoughts. Also, personally, I'm building, trying to build physical attack team and focusing on that, especially on the Highwind. I think on the Highwind, it's really important that we are quite selective with our choices, in the sense of like not try to focus on everything and trying to be good at physical and magical, you need to choose what do you want to be, either physical or magical. So that if you are keen on maxing, etc. Lately, for example, I was discussing with Chaos when he was showing me his Sephiroth, when I thought my Sephiroth was good, and then I saw Chaos Sephiroth. You know, Chaos is one of the best Kraken, one of the best players in the game, and we were having a chat. I'm doing some co-op crash, and basically his Sephiroth is a beast, is a freaking menace because he did the right thing, investing in weapon C ability potency plus physical attack increase. Me, I invested in HP and physical attack increase and a bit of C ability potency, but he went all in into doing one thing, but doing that thing great. And that's why his Sephiroth is hitting way, way harder than mine, even if I have all weapons at level 120, but then he has weapons at level 110. So you don't need to go 120. You don't really need to, but you need to have like a good thinking, a good strategy. And he was showing me that, and that was like a fantastic conversation for me. So I really appreciate you, Chaos. So, but this is just like some thoughts, like while we are pulling, some thoughts for you to think, okay, what is my strategy? Where do I see my units? Where should I be investing? Because maybe for you, it makes complete sense to skip the banner. And I will totally see strong reasons to do that, honestly. Like, for example, as I was saying, as a free-to-play player, if you are gonna have less than 80k, or maybe even less than 100k, I think blue crystals, I think that's a good reason to skip the banner, because 100k is not even that much. If tomorrow we see in the anniversary something that is completely broken, like the half anniversary weapons, where we have physical attack increase to all the party, for me that's so broken that it's even better than this weapon that we are seeing, because it's a passive effect, so that doesn't cost ATB, so that's huge. And I think one of the options that Vincent has to be competitive in the playing field that he's going to land is to have something that will do physical attack to all allies, or magical attack to all allies by default, or in the outfit, or something around those lines, so that we can see him like as a competitive unit. Like, so new players will say, okay, I don't have the weapon because I was not in the half anniversary, but now I have Vincent that does something similar. Perhaps not as powerful, perhaps it's only like 15% damage extra to all the party, and not like 20+%. But like something around those lines, it needs to happen so that he is competitive. If not, only the proper fans are going to invest on him, but maybe that's not enough. I don't know. It's gonna be really interesting, to be honest. Yeah, I can't wait to see what's going to happen with that. I'm pretty excited about Vincent, but I have to say, at the same time, I'm equally excited, and I'm as fearful that he's not going to be as powerful as he needs to be to replace one unit. Because that's a challenge, and I'm so conflicted with this game. For me, this game has a bittersweet feeling when new units drop. For example, Kate Sith. I really wanted to give an opportunity to Kate Sith, and then I pull on the first outfit thinking, well, we might see more outfits, maybe he become like a unit that we can play with, but then not really, and I didn't have all the investment to get his crit weapon to overboost 10 to make it really effective to go all the way. So yeah, I also have been skipping banners, and I think I'm gonna be skipping even way more banners. So not the crossover ones. At least I want to have the outfits if they are like really good. But yeah, let's see what the future brings. By the way, this in all these summons, I was looking for Tifa water gloves, and also the matte centipede, and some more copies from, yeah, like this one. Actually, like Marching Horn and the other weapons from Kite Seed. I think we got some decent pulls, but overall, like, not as many. I said I was gonna do 500, but then I was so invested into this conversation that yeah, I really wanted to continue chatting with you guys. Well, I think this is gonna be my last pull, and then after that, in the next video, I will continue with the crossover banner. Yeah, as I always say, please try to spend responsibly. Try to think about, how much you can really spend. Don't go crazy, or try not to go crazy. Play with your limits and your boundaries. And yeah, this is it for today. My name is Plio, and as I always say, I really, really appreciate your support. Thanks a lot for watching, for staying with me during the conversation. I hope that you had a coffee or a nice beverage close to you. And yeah, cheers for you, and man, wishing you all the luck. Also, speaking of luck, don't forget to subscribe and to press the like button. Leave a comment for even better luck, because I will give you all my Plio blessing. Oh, look at this! Well, it's happening! Samurai outfit fever! So, like, if you leave a comment and subscribe, then you will see things like this. Plenty of 5 stars. And if you already subscribed, I really, really appreciate you. So have a lovely day. Until the next time, cheers! Bye bye.